Welcome back to Ethereal Aeons Activation. Today I have a video on a book I just finished reading, so this is going to be a little bit different for the channel, but I know I like to get book reviews and takeaways from what people read in terms of what I'm into. So this book is called Celtic Magic by DJ Conway, and I thought I would just kind of give you the key points from the book and also share a little bit of what's going on in my life. So this will be a voiceover video, and I will be sharing some images of the property we are on because it offers a lot of inspiration and beautiful energy streams, and so did this book. So I thought it would be pretty cool to put them both together, and that's what we're going to do. My channel is also going to be having some new streams of energy as well. And so I want to officially announce that I'm going to be uploading 2 days a week. This every Tuesday and Thursday. And so that's, a big commitment. You might think 2 videos a week isn't that much, but it is. And I feel like it's just enough for now. And so I can't wait to share my videos with you guys on here. And let's continue. So the book review I'm doing today is on a book called Celtic Magic. And most of these books that I'm going to share with you are going to be on magic. I grew up in a house where I had access to a magician's library. My dad had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books on occult teachings, classic books, so many magic books, one-of-a-kind books, books on, a magician's library, the sorcerer's library. So this book in particular I took from my dad's library. It's not old. It's not that old in comparison to some other ones. It's not that occult. But the Celtic Magic book has a lot of takeaways that you can use if you are practicing magic. And that's what we're going to go over, as I mentioned. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm going to go over just by reading the contents of the book. So we have Chapter 1, Celtic Magic and its uses today. Then we have Understanding Celtic Magic, Preparing for Magic, Magical Elements, Casting the Magic Circle, Sample Rituals, Tools of Magic, Celtic Wicca and the Lady, Seasonal Rituals, Introduction to Celts, History, Religion, Dress, and Ornamentation, Myths and Deities. Then we have Spellwork, which includes herb magic, cauldron magic, stone magic, candle magic. And we have the Ogham alphabet, deity chants for rituals, sample spell, and the tables of correspondence, which include incense, candles, elementals, deities, and a quick reference. So this book is so small, it's extremely easy and enjoyable to read. I read this book in a couple days. I've had it lying around forever, and in fact, I actually gifted this book to Thanuj. So he brought it out here to Costa Rica, and I was like, I need to finish reading it now. And so I just started all over again, and I finished it in a day and a half, 2 days. So it's very easy to read, you guys. So if you're one of those people that just don't want to deal with thousands of pages in a magic book, this book is perfect because it has everything. So just to go over the table of contents, I want to just point out a few of the chapters that really stood out to me. Because some of these, you want to keep this book, you want to read it, but this book is great to keep as a reference, as most magic books are this way. This one in particular is very, very handy and so easy to break down and to do it yourself. I find a lot more freedom in creating my own as well. So I don't just practice one type of magic, but reading about the Celtic magic a little bit, just getting this glimpse in this book, which is what it offers. It offers a glimpse. I definitely consider it like a 101 book. It it definitely does leave one inspired to, try something a little bit more regimented in this format. So, and that's what magic offers. It offers a variety of ways to work when you are practicing magic. So let's get into it. This is chapter 2. The Celts had no difficulty reconciling materialism and spiritual insight because they clearly understood that each is present in the other. That matter is only solidified spirit. Today we have trouble accepting that magical law. Our minds have been bombarded by prejudiced opinions until we have become programmed to believe a blend of the material and spiritual is impossible. We have been taught an error, that to be spiritual, one cannot be materialistic. In defining materialistic, I mean concerned with material well-being, not controlled by material things. By continuing to believe this lie, we place ourselves within a tightly bound area that prohibits us from manifesting by magic what we need in our lives. Ritual magic removes this programming, sometimes with drastic effect in an unprepared person. The practice of magic will quickly bring out the hidden side of any magician. That is why it is so important for a magician to really truthfully know him or herself and exercise self-discipline. Okay, so exactly what I want to say. Magic brings me back into my power. And I see others quickly feel that same state of being when they're practicing magic. And before you can truly understand your own power, you also have to have done the inner work so that you can declutter not just the programming that's going to limit some of your magic abilities. And I just made a video about this, about concentration, focus, and visualization, which I was inspired to make from this book. I didn't mention that in the video, so I'm giving my kudos to the author and these teachings through this video, actually, because he offered just some basic foundations. And I was like, yes, like this is stuff that we teach to people. This is stuff that people intuitively do, is learn how to concentrate through meditation, through candle gazing, through practices which strengthen your inner eye, which is indeed needed for spell casting and all of this. So yeah, brilliantly said and so simply put, when he said that's why it's so important for a magician to really truthfully know him or herself and exercise self-discipline. Because magic does bring you back into your power, but if you aren't aligned and cleared out completely, it can backfire later on. Number one. Number two, I mean, it's going to depend on the individual, on their relationship with their own ego, who has the driver's seat in that relationship. If the ego has the driver's seat, then they're going to encounter problems, especially if you are practicing magic with entities and demons and this sort of thing, which, I don't do. So everyone's open to their own interpretation, and everyone's going to be called to something a little bit differently. But everyone, if you want to practice magic safely and effectively for your entire life, right, then you need to really know who you are and your intentions as well. Okay, so the next short reading I wanted to share with you guys. The Wiccan and the Celtic pagans believe that this world is only part of reality, that divinity is both male and female. They say humans have more than 5 senses and that they can be trained to be aware of the other worlds. The concept of the ultimate creative force, or God, behind the gods is the inexplicable life force of the universe. Their pantheon of gods and goddesses who rule over different parts of nature and help in the evolution of the universe are merely different aspects of this life force. They say it is logical to believe in reincarnation rather than obliteration of death because, as modern science tells us, nothing in this universe can be destroyed. It only changes its form. Karma, which is deeply involved in reincarnation, means simply that every action brings about an equal reaction. It is not necessarily punishment. The author says, both the ceremonial magician and the Wiccan share a belief in the astral plane. This otherworld plane is made up of a different type of energy which vibrates at a higher rate than this physical world. At the same time, the astral plane and this world surround and impenetrate each other. The astral plane is very responsive to thought and emotions. The souls of nature spirits, animals, and beings created many strongly projected human thoughts dwell on the certain areas of this plane. The human astral body which survives after death is how we function in the astral world. While still in this world, humans can travel on the astral during sleep or by deliberate out-of-body methods. This is the reality behind the old stories of witches flying. So I thought that was like simple and clean. Again, a very much like a 101 book for some people, but not for everyone. So that's why I'm sharing this. And then in the back here, we have the different deities. The Celtic people, all of their magic revolved around the moon. Obviously, if you guys know my channel, most of what I do is solar based. It's what it is now. And so I give them that benefit of a doubt, right? Because I can be like, oh, well, they practice magic with the moon. I can't trust them now. But we have to be more open-minded. I think that people get so stuck and closed-minded once they've discovered what they believe to be truth. And I don't think that they were necessarily either evil, ignorant to do that. I think the moon was different than what we have it in our simulated reality now. And here's the table of elementals as well. Air, it has the slice, it has the king, attracted by oils and incense, color and direction, red or yellow or east. It tells you the magical tools, dagger, incense, creative visualization, the symbols, sky, wind, breeze, clouds, ritual work, dawn, sunrise. Then it has earth, which is the rulers are the gnomes and the dwarves and the trolls. It talks a lot about that in this book. Fire, salamanders, attracted by candles, lamps, incense, fire. Color, white or red in south for direction. Magical tools, wand, lamp or candle, censer, burned, herbs, or request on paper. Symbols, lightning, volcano, rainbow, sun, stars. You want to do this ritual work in the summer, noon. And then water, the nymphs, undines, mermaids, and mermen. Washes, solutions, color, direction, gray or blue and west. Magical tools, cauldron, goblet, mirrors, the sea. Symbols, ocean, lakes, rivers, wells, springs. Ritual work, best done in the fall, sunset with plants, healing emotions, taste, smell, absorbing. Communion with spiritual purification. The subconscious mind, love, emotional pleasure. So that's pretty cool. And then I wanted to show you this last part. And I actually made my own little digital version, which I'm gonna have on Pinterest and make available as well. It's pretty basic. And so I'll show you the one I created. And yeah, if you would like that, you can just leave me a comment and I can email it to you. And yeah, I'll send that over to you as well. I'll also have it up on my website pretty soon. And inside they have the sample ritual. And so if you're wanting to do rituals and kind of learn this way, and the author made it just really simple, really fun to read, really enjoyable. It gets straight to the point. So I do highly recommend this Celtic Magic book. And it's really inexpensive. You can find it online. And thank you so much for listening. And I'm sending you so much love.